Learn English naturally, just by watching.
Let's improve your English together, one real-life video at a time.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Speak Easy English, the podcast that helps you practice real, everyday English in a fun and relaxed way. I'm Olivia.
And I'm Jacob. Hey everyone, we are so happy you're here with us today. Whether you're listening on your morning walk, on the bus, or maybe right now in your kitchen, welcome. You're in the right place.
That's right. And today's episode is a really special one. We're talking about something that every single English learner needs. Every single one.
Ooh, every single one. That sounds big. What is it, Olivia?
It's this: talking about yourself with confidence.
Yes, this is so important. You know, one of the first things people ask you in English is, tell me about yourself. And for a lot of learners, that's the scariest question.
It really is. But here's the good news. It doesn't have to be scary. By the end of this episode, you're going to have real phrases, real examples, and the confidence to answer that question. Anytime, any place.
I love it. And look, if this is your first time listening to us, welcome. We are so glad you found us. And if you've been here before, welcome back, friend. You already know what to do.
That's right. Hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss a new episode. We post every week, and every episode helps you get one step closer to speaking English with confidence.
Okay, are you ready? Let's do this.
Let's go.
Okay, so Olivia, let's start at the very beginning. The most basic, most important thing when you talk about yourself.
Your name.
Exactly, your name. Now, this sounds simple, right? But a lot of beginners feel nervous even saying this in English. So let's practice together. The phrase is, my name is...
Super simple. My name is Olivia. Say it with me. My name is...
Good job. And we also say, I'm... That's the short version. Very natural, very casual.
Right. So you can say, hi, my name is Olivia. I'm Olivia. Both are perfect.
Now here's a tip. When you say your name, smile, look confident. Even if you feel nervous inside, a smile makes a big difference.
Oh, that's such a good tip. Okay, next, where are you from? This is the second most common question, and the phrase is, I'm from...
For example, I'm from Brazil, or I'm from Japan, or I'm from France.
Simple. And sometimes people ask it a little differently. They say, where are you from? Or where do you come from?
Both mean the same thing, so your answer is the same. I'm from...
Let's hear it in a short conversation. Listen carefully.
Hi, what's your name?
Hi, my name is Sarah. I'm from Mexico. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Sarah. Did you catch that? She said, my name is Sarah. I'm from Mexico. Nice to meet you. Short, clear, confident.
And nice to meet you. That's a bonus phrase. We use it when we meet someone for the first time.
Very important phrase. Write it down. Nice to meet you.
Now you try. Pause the podcast right now. Say it out loud. Hi, my name is... I'm from... Nice to meet you.
Seriously, pause it, say it. Practice speaking, not just listening. That's how you improve.
We'll wait.
Okay, welcome back. How did that feel? A little strange at first? That's normal. Strange means new, and new means you're learning.
Exactly. You're already improving. I mean it.
All right, moving on. After your name and where you're from, people often ask you, how old are you?
Yes. Now, in some cultures, this is a sensitive question. But in casual English conversation, especially when you're getting to know someone, it's pretty normal.
The phrase is, I am years old, or the short version, I'm years old.
For example, I'm 28 years old, or just I'm 28.
Both are fine. In everyday conversation, people usually just say the number, like I'm 32. Very natural.
Now, let's talk about something else you might want to share, where you live. The phrase is, I live in...
For example, I live in Paris, or I live in a small town near Madrid.
Ooh, I like that one. I live in a small town. That tells us something extra about your life.
Right, and if you want to add more detail, you can say, I live in, it's a big city, or it's a small, quiet town. These extra words make you sound more natural.
Let's do another mini dialogue. This time, listen for the age and the place. So, where do you live?
I live in Seoul. It's a big, busy city. I love it. And I'm 25 years old.
Oh, wow, Seoul. That sounds amazing.
Did you hear it? I live in Seoul. It's a big, busy city. I'm 25 years old.
He gave his city and a little description. Big, busy city. That's great vocabulary.
And notice he said, I love it. You can add that too. It shows personality.
Yes, don't be a robot. Add a little feeling. I live in Tokyo. I love it. Or, I live in a small village. It's very peaceful.
Beautiful. Okay, now pause again. Practice. I'm blank years old. I live in blank. It's a city.
Go ahead. We believe in you. Okay, so we know your name, where you're from, your age, and where you live. Now let's talk about what you do, your job, or maybe your studies.
This is a big one. People love to ask, what do you do?
And that question means, what is your job, or are you a student?
The phrase for your job is, I work as a, or I'm a.
For example, I work as a nurse, or I'm a teacher, or I'm a driver.
Simple and clear. And if you're a student, you say, I'm a student. Or you can be more specific, I'm a student at the University of...
For example, I study engineering, or I study English, which is perfect because that's exactly what you're doing right now.
That's so true. You study English and you're listening to this podcast. That already makes you an English student. You can say that.
Let's hear another dialogue. Ready?
So, what do you do?
I'm a nurse. I work at a hospital in the city. It's a very busy job, but I love it.
Oh, wow, that's amazing. How long have you worked there?
About 3 years now.
Great example. She said, I'm a nurse. I work at a hospital. And she added, it's a busy job, but I love it.
Again, that little extra sentence makes her sound real, not robotic. Real.
And about 3 years now, that's natural English. We say about when we're not being exact. About 3 years. About 20 minutes. Very common.
Okay, practice time. Pause and say, I'm a, or I study. Add one extra sentence about your work or studies.
Do it. And remember, it's okay to make mistakes. Mistakes are part of learning. Every mistake means you tried, and trying is everything.
Let's switch gears a little. We've talked about who you are. Now let's talk about what you do every day, your daily routine.
Oh, I love this topic because everyone has a routine, and talking about your routine is a great way to practice simple English.
Exactly, and it's easy vocabulary. Things like wake up, eat breakfast, go to work, come home, go to sleep.
The key phrase here is I usually or every day I.
For example, I usually wake up at 7 o'clock, or every morning I drink a cup of coffee.
Love it. And for breakfast, this is a fun one. You can say, my quick breakfast is...
Yes, so simple but so real. My quick breakfast is a banana, or my quick breakfast is toast and coffee.
Can we talk about our own routines for a second? For real?
Yes, let's do it. You first.
Okay, so my morning is pretty simple. I usually wake up at 6:30. My quick breakfast is oats, porridge, just warm oats with a little honey, and then I walk to the train station.
Oh, that sounds cozy. Mine is more chaotic. I wake up at 7:15, which is too late, honestly. My quick breakfast is usually just a coffee and a banana, and I run out the door.
Classic. I run out the door. That's a great expression, by the way. I run out the door means you leave the house very quickly, very fast.
Yes, and it's very real. A lot of people say that. I grab my bag and run out the door.
Okay, so for our listeners, here's your mini dialogue to listen to. This time, it's all about morning routines.
What time do you wake up in the morning?
I usually wake up at 6 o'clock.
Wow, that's early. What do you eat for breakfast?
My quick breakfast is bread and orange juice. It's fast and easy.
That sounds good. I always have eggs, but it takes too long.
Yes, eggs take time.
Did you follow that? They talked about what time they wake up and what they eat. Very simple vocabulary, very natural conversation.
And notice the phrase, "that's early." That's a great response when someone tells you the time. "Wow, that's early." Or, "Oh, that's late."
Small phrases like that make conversations feel real. They show you're listening.
Okay, now it's your turn. Pause the podcast and say, "I usually wake up at..." My quick breakfast is...
Go.
We're getting into the fun part now. Hobbies. The things you love to do.
Yes, because talking about yourself isn't just about facts, it's about personality, what you enjoy, what makes you happy.
The phrase is, I like, I love, I enjoy.
All three means something similar, but the feeling is a little different. I like is calm, I enjoy is a bit stronger, I love is the strongest.
For example, I like reading, I enjoy cooking, I love music.
And you can combine them. I love music, I enjoy playing guitar at home.
Nice. And for things you don't like, you say, I don't like, or I'm not a big fan of.
I'm not a big fan of is a very natural English. It's softer than I hate, more polite.
For example, I'm not a big fan of spicy food, or I'm not a big fan of waking up early.
That second one is very relatable.
Let's hear it in a dialogue. This one's a bit longer. Try to follow along.
So, what do you like to do in your free time?
I love watching movies. I also enjoy cooking. On weekends, I usually try a new recipe.
Oh, that's fun. Do you cook anything special?
Mostly simple things. Pasta, soup, rice dishes. I'm not a big fan of complicated recipes.
That's smart. Simple food is the best.
Great dialogue. He said, I love watching movies. I enjoy cooking. I'm not a big fan of complicated recipes.
3 different phrases, all about likes and dislikes. Did you notice the variety? We don't say, I like every time. We mix it up.
Exactly. Variety makes your English sound more natural and confident.
Okay, pause and tell us, in my free time, I love, I enjoy, I'm not a big fan of.
Think of 3 real things about yourself. Be honest. Honest answers are always the best.
Almost done with the main section. One more topic. Family. Because when someone says, tell me about yourself, they sometimes want to know about your life at home.
And family vocabulary is really useful, so let's cover it quickly.
The basic phrase is, I have. For example, I have 2 brothers, or I have 1 sister.
Or maybe I don't have any siblings. Siblings means brothers and sisters.
And for your parents, I live with my parents, or I live alone, or I live with my partner.
You can also say, I'm married, or I'm single. These are common phrases.
And if you have kids, children, you say, I have 1 child, or I have 2 kids.
Short and simple. Let's hear a short example. Do you have any family here in the city?
Yes, I live with my husband and our 2 kids. My parents live in another city, but we visit them on holidays.
Oh, that sounds lovely.
It is. We're a close family.
We're a close family. That's a beautiful phrase. Close family means a family that spends a lot of time together and supports each other.
Lovely expression. Very natural, very warm.
Okay, your turn. Pause and say 1 sentence about your family. I live with, or I have, brothers and sisters.
Whatever is true for you. Take a moment and say it out loud. Okay, friends, we are almost at the end of today's episode. Can you believe it? We covered so much.
We really did. Let's do a quick recap of all the key phrases from today. Ready? I'll say the phrase, you repeat after me.
And Olivia, after each one, I'll give a quick example, like a little review.
Perfect. Let's go. Number 1, my name is...
Example, my name is Sophia. Simple, confident.
Number 2, I'm from...
Example, I'm from Vietnam.
Number 3, nice to meet you.
Use this when you meet someone for the first time. Nice to meet you.
Number 4, I'm years old.
Example, I'm 30 years old.
Number 5, I live in.
Example, I live in a small city. It's very peaceful.
Number 6, I work as a. Or I'm a.
Example, I'm a teacher. I work at a school near my home.
Number 7, I study.
Example, I study English every day, just like you.
Number 8, I usually wake up at.
Example, I usually wake up at 7 o'clock.
Number 9, my quick breakfast is.
Example, my quick breakfast is a banana and coffee.
Number 10, I love. I enjoy. I'm not a big fan of.
Example, I love music. I enjoy cooking. I'm not a big fan of spicy food.
And number 11, I have brothers and sisters. Or I live with.
Example, I have one sister. I live with my parents.
11 phrases. That's a lot. And here's the best part. You already practiced most of them today.
That's right. Every time you paused and spoke out loud, you were building confidence, real confidence, and that is no small thing.
You know, a lot of people wait until they're ready to speak English. But here's the truth. You get ready by speaking, not by waiting.
Yes, you learn to swim by getting in the water. You learn to speak English by speaking English, even if it's just alone in your room, to yourself.
Especially then. Some of our best practice happens when no one is watching.
So keep going. Every episode, every practice session, every small conversation, it all adds up.
And we are so proud of you for being here today. Seriously.
We mean that. Learning a new language is hard work, but you're doing it, and that's something to feel good about.
Okay, before we say goodbye, we have a community question for you. Every week we ask something fun, something easy, and we love reading your answers.
This week's question is, ready? What's the first thing you do in the morning?
Is it check your phone, make coffee, feed your cat, do a little stretching? We want to know.
Write your answer in the comments below. Use English. Even one sentence is perfect. The first thing I do is...
We read every single comment, and sometimes we share our favorite answers in the next episode. So write something. You might hear your words in next week's show.
And hey, if today's episode helped you, please share it with a friend who is also learning English, or someone who wants to start. One share from you could change someone else's language journey.
That's so true. Okay, let's wrap it up. Today we practice talking about yourself with confidence. Your name, your hometown, your age, where you live, your job, your routine, your hobbies, and your family.
You now have 11 real phrases you can use right now in any conversation with anyone.
Don't forget to like this episode, subscribe to the channel, and leave your comment below. Your English community is right here, waiting to hear from you.
I'm Olivia.
And I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you in the next episode of Speak Easy English.
Keep practicing, keep smiling, and keep going. You've got this.
Bye for now.
Bye, everyone. Take care.